Alright guys, now I'm going to come to part 2 of this MENG kit, and I'm going to do a little review on basically what is in the box. So here we have, I'm going to start with the internal parts, and this is the sprue here for the engine, and it's moulded in grey plastic for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. And as is usual for MENG, very nicely detailed. So yeah, that's the engine. Now we've got a separate sprue for the transmission, again moulded in grey, and again nicely detailed. However, for the rest of the internal parts, it's moulded in a sort of light green plastic. For some reason they've done it in different colours. I think this is mainly for idiots that don't know the inside from the outside of a Bradley. So there we go, more internals, and yet more internals. This here is the floor of the interior. Yeah, and the case for the turret, which is basically a sort of piece of internal armour which helps to protect the crew. Then we have more internal parts. This long piece here, this is a piece of internal armour. It actually has armour on the inside as well as the outside. So there we go with that one. More internal parts. Seats, nicely moulded. Seat brackets and little bits of internal armour again. So anyway, that is the internal parts. Then we come to the sprues for the actual kit itself, and some of them are doubled up. I'm not taking them out of the bags, by the way, yet. I want to keep them in the bags. On this one we've got lots of little parts, which I hate because I've got big fingers. But on here we have the parts for the aerial system, which go on the back of the turret. There's two of them, along with what look like smoke dispensers, cartridge cases possibly. That's that one. Then we have transmission covers for the drive sprockets, hatch covers there, more hatches, more little bits, handles, etc. Tow ropes. There's a tow rope there, nice little tow rope. Next one is the rear transom for the rear of the vehicle, and the door for that, and other panels. A nice grille here, which moulded in plastic, but it's very fine, very fine piece of moulding that for a piece of plastic. Very nice. Next one, and I did say there was a lot in this box. We've got the side skirts here, which of course the reactive armour is hung on these skirts. That's the actual busk. Armour and busk, by the way, means Bradley Urban Survival Kit. And some tools and other little parts, more tools. That's that one. And I must say that the moulding in these kits, these MENG kits, is really good. There is actually anti-slip moulding panels, or moulded panels, on these. It's very fine. You won't see it on the camera, but even on this sloped part, it's on there. Fans for the back, extraction system, and on this sprue some of the actual little individual reactive armour panels. There we go, some of them. That looks very much like that's part of the barrel, yep, the mantle in fact. So yep, nice. And then again more armour reactive panels. Here we go, and doorways, little doors, hatches, and in this bag, what you can see here are these, and this is what MENG give for the seat belts for the rear compartment of the vehicle to go on the seats, and it's a nice touch. That I think there's 8 of them altogether, 6 or 8, I can't remember. So that's that one, and I've just got something stuck to my arm. There we go. Come to the turret. Again, very nice, very clean, very crisp. I'm sorry about the light shining on it. I've got a weird corner here for light, but a lot of very nice little parts in there on that one. That's sprue F, by the way. In here we've got the turret ring and hatches, parts of the tow missile system. Again, more parts of it there. That sits on the port side of the turret, if I'm right. And this one, oh yeah, I actually took this sprue out of the bag. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's such fine detail on these panels. And again, it's got anti-slip panels within these panels, which the moulding on it is so fine. I'm going to be very careful with the paint on that. And you can possibly see on this little panel here and this one, you can see the line. There's a demarcation line there where the anti-slip panel stops and starts onto the normal one. It's very, very finely done. Next sprue is wheels, and what MENG do here is they give, obviously you've got your road wheels, and the tyres are separate rubber tyres. Now I will actually assemble these before painting, and the reason for that are, of course, we've got the torsion bars. I don't know if you can see them, torsion bars up here. The reason I'm going to do that is because MENG give you this, and this here is a wheel mask in photo etch. I'll use that, of course. They also give you this, which is a mask for the rubber pads on the tracks, and that is a really, really nice touch, that. So that's one of the photo etch ones. Another piece of photo etch, this here, for the fans on the back, those fans I showed you earlier, and a couple of grills, probably engine grills. That's the second one, and the third one, and 3 pieces of photo etch. This particular one is so fine, the holes in it must only be 0.5 millimetre, maybe less. Very, very fine piece of photo etch, that. So that's the photo etch. The decals are by Cartograph. I won't take them out, but I'll slide the protective film off. Decals are by Cartograph as usual, and Cartograph, of course, are the best, and they look really, really nice, very fine. So that is that. Our bag of tracks. The track links come, as you can see with that one, look like a spider. 2 pieces of track joined together, and they're all in pairs. There'll be lots of snipping off the little extra bits, of course, but it'll be interesting. These are glueless tracks, so it'll be interesting to put these ones together. I've never used glueless ones before, but this kit has got fully working suspension, so this will be interesting. So that's the tracks. Now we've got the hull, upper and lower hull come in one bag, and apparently from a review that I saw a while back, this fits like a glove. So this is going to be nice, really nice. So that's the hull. now we come to clear parts. Now the clear parts, what MENG do is they give you two sets. Ignoring lights, when it comes to that one there is mainly vision stuff and lights, lenses, stuff like that. This one, what they do is they double it up. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the top one is your normal plain glass. The bottom one, they give you the same sprue, but it's tinted, pre-tinted. Now I don't know how authentic that tinting is. I'll have to check on that, but I may just use this. So that again is a nice touch from MENG. Very nice touch, that. And this little bag here, I had to look to find out what these were for. And these are metal, little metal tubes. And I've checked the instructions, and what they're for is the suspension dampers. And these are the upper parts of the suspension dampers for the working suspension. So again, rather than plastic, they've given you these, which will probably be much stiffer and, you know, hold it in place better. So that's them. And finally, if I can find it, don't know where it's gone. Here we go. As they give you this little, it's not a decal, it's just a piece of paper printed with warning placards for modern US military vehicles. I'll have to check to find out where these go, and obviously what some of them say, because I think that some of them are written in Iraqi or Middle Eastern language of some kind. But I've never seen this before, so that's a different little touch. And of course, we've also got the manual, and it's not an instruction leaflet, it is a real manual. This is a book. This is an actual book to build this thing. So yeah, colour call-outs at the back. There we go. Basically, that there is the top one. A vehicle of the 1st Battalion, 68th Armour Regiment, 4th Infantry Division, US Army, Kuwait, 2003. And the bottom one there, 3rd Infantry Division, US Army, Iraq, 2005. And there's another one around the corner there, of the 2nd Squadron, 3rd Armoured Cavalry Regiment, US Army, Phase 3 of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Baghdad, Iraq, 2005. Here is the colour call out. There are 17 colours, all in Valeos, which I use, which is fine, except I don't have half of them, so I'm going to have to spend probably another 15 quid on paint, but that's fine. I don't mind. It'll stock the paint up a little bit. So there we go. So that is basically the MENG Bradley with full interior, and there we go. So thanks again for listening to that, guys, and anybody wanting to build this kit, I would probably recommend it before I've even started it. So there we go. So happy modelling, everybody, and get back to work, and I'll speak later.